Hello, this is Tony Hiller from RealClimateScience.com, setting the record straight about climate. This is a short video titled May 30th in Climate History. On this date 85 years ago, it was 111 degrees in North Dakota, 110 in South Dakota, 109 in Iowa, 107 in Nebraska, 106 in Minnesota, 105 in Missouri, 101 in Wisconsin, and 100 degrees in Illinois. Weather this hot in May is incomprehensible now. May 30th, 1934 was the peak day of an incredible 2-week-long heat wave in which it was over 100 degrees every single day in the Midwest and upper Great Plains. The heat wave of 1934 actually began on May 8th with 101-degree temperatures in the Midwest, and it continued all summer. The U.S. was experiencing an unprecedented drought at that time, which was responsible for the very high temperatures. When there's no moisture in the soil, you get no evaporative cooling. That's the reason why deserts get very hot during the daytime. Due to the very extensive drought, almost the entire U.S. was behaving as a meteorological desert. And the drought wasn't just in the U.S. This was from an Australian paper, The Mercury, on Monday, June 4th, 1934. World drought, farmers' ruinous losses, almost universal disaster. Europe revives pagan rites to help the weather. Note that superstition has always dominated people's beliefs about climate and weather. At the end of 1934, the Los Angeles Times reported, "Whole world in freak weather year of 1934. Cold, heat, drought, and flood set new marks. Unprecedented extremes recorded in every corner of the earth." Here's another one from an Australian newspaper, the Cairns Post, dated February 3rd, 1934. "World heating up. Ice dissolving at poles. Sea will rise 40 feet. Sound familiar? As a result of the drought, the U.S. was having massive dust storms by the next April. This picture was taken in Spearman, Texas on April 14th, 1935. But the topic of this video is May 30th in climate history, and let's get back to that now. On this date in 1935, shortly after all the dust storms, there was an unbelievable rainfall which occurred in eastern Colorado. 2 rain gauges in eastern Colorado on May 30th, 1935 recorded 22.8 inches of rain in just 4 hours. This is an article from Weather Underground, a climate alarmist website. It said, 2 feet of rainfall in less than 6 hours would be close to the most intense such fall ever recorded anywhere in the world. Furthermore, unlike most other rainfall records of this intensity, the rain occurred over flat terrain in a non-tropical environment. In fact, this region of Colorado normally receives only 16 to 18 inches of rain annually. That rainfall may have been a world record, except that it got broken a few hours later in Texas. Just hours after the phenomenal Colorado rainstorm, another storm of even greater intensity occurred at the Woodward Ranch in south central Texas. Reportedly, 22 inches of rain fell in 2 hours and 45 minutes between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. on May 31st, a world's record for rainfall intensity. Needless to say, the Colorado rains led to a massive flood. The rainwaters flowed into Nebraska and caused floods which killed 250 people. It was the worst flood in their history. So in a period of 1 year, Nebraska went from their worst drought on record to their worst flood on record. And the following summer of 1936 had the worst heat wave on record in the United States. There were temperatures of 121 degrees in North Dakota, 114 degrees in Wisconsin, and unbelievable heat all across the United States. And the heat of 1936 lasted all summer. Many thousands of people died in the United States from the heat. So we had record heat, record drought, record floods, record dust storms all across the world during that 2-year period. And meanwhile, Senator Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts has traveled to Iowa and determined that flooding there is climate change. Many progressives conflate their ignorance of history as an indication of change. But the reality is that all that it's an indication of is their own ignorance. But then again, Senator Warren also believes that she's a Cherokee Indian. Toto will try to make these daily updates a regular feature. Visit him on the web at realclimatescience.com. He's been pulling back the curtain on junk science for a long time.